In 1989, COT made a historical record in Thailand. It became the first company to introduce the design of large-scale precast concrete component parts for the construction of high-rise buildings of 6 stories tall and more, with almost 100% prefabricated component parts, including walls, floors, stairs and balconies. This made a distinction between conventional precast construction methods, which were restricted to not so high-rise buildings and mostly small buildings only. Dr. Pantuda Puttiphairot, a PC or precast expert professional of COT, asserted that the construction using precast systems had been introduced in Thailand for quite some time. However, the precast system introduced by COT is completely different from the typical conventional system, which was being used then, because this is the design with almost 100% prefabricated component parts, and is applied with the construction of high-rise buildings from 6 to 14 stories, using large precast concrete components, example, as large as 16 metres. The advantages are fewer joints and traces, more rapid construction, and the precast walls are capable of bearing a heavier load. Therefore, buildings constructed using the precast concrete system are not like before. Inside the building, there are no protruding columns from the walls, which in turn create a more beautiful interior space and ease with decoration. Mr. Wichaya Watananukit, COT structural engineer, added that in the design of the construction using precast or the PC system, it necessarily requires a teamwork for the design, including architects and engineers with a sound understanding of the construction system, to coordinate on the design together, to make a development from the very beginning so that the best design and construction quality can be achieved, capable of controlling the construction budget as well as the construction time being most effective and efficient. On the approval of a design of a precast construction system, the next step of procedure is to manufacture the precast component parts at the factory by making precast concrete forms following the drawings, meeting with all the design specifications set forth under close production supervision. These component precast systems include floors and wall slabs. There are also other components following, example, steps, balcony, benches, sunshades, etc. During the production process, strict quality control measures are taken by our production experts. Then the process moves to quality control checks and standardisation of all components manufactured. Cracked or defective parts are removed immediately before being dispatched for installation at construction sites. At the construction site, precast components are stored and fabricated in accordance with the building design and engineering specifications. The design and the connecting joints are such that they are secure and strong, meeting with the engineering standards and specifications of the Engineering Institute of Thailand and the Precast and Pre-Stressed Concrete Institute of the United States of America. With this precast building system, construction these days can be assured of its speed and very secure and safe through the construction supervision of the engineer in charge of the control work at all times. In addition to a more rapid construction time, the precast system is also admitted on its strength and durability because all parts were manufactured from high-quality concrete. It's possible, therefore, to design all precast parts to be load-bearing components in addition to the conventional construction of column and beam systems. Final derivation of buildings with smooth and beautiful interior walls and no protruding columns from the wall lining make it easy for decoration and the placement of interior decoration and furnishings. Furthermore, the application of the precast system also has a noise advantage. Outside noise is reduced, including noise between rooms within or amongst rooms within the building. COT started to apply its first design of large-scale precast concrete components at the Ban Suan Ton condominium housing project on Puta Bucha Road in 1989, marking a Thai construction historical record, being the first project to use almost 100% precast components to construct buildings as high as 6 stories. With tremendous success of such state-of-the-art technology, which opens a new dimension of industrial construction, COT was thus entrusted with the design of the Ban Suan Ton's condominium's many more phases. Meanwhile, research and development has been going on until the component precast parts can be applicable to the construction of commercial buildings and townhouses, most effectively and efficiently. Mr. Chalerm, Kirtana Bamrong, the manager of Ban Suan Ton No. 1 to No. 4 and Sirarom housing projects, uses precast construction and has made a summary on the application of PC systems according to his experience as follows. 1. The precast construction is most suitable for construction work with large-scale projects with a large number of repetitive components. 2. The operation plan or schedule can be effectively and efficiently controlled. 3. Reduction of workers for the construction can be drastically made, more than in the conventional system. 4. A considerable reduction on construction waste can be made because the construction is based mainly on component parts supplied principally by the factory. 5. Highly effective overhead cost control processes can be achieved. 6. The quality control of work pieces can be made regularly. In late 1995, COT was selected by the Ministry of Finance to design the 13th Asian Games Athletic Village at the Thammasat Rangsit Centre. The project was completed with almost 100% precast concrete components and comprised of high-rise buildings from 8 to 14 stories, a total of 23 buildings with a total space of 230,000 square metres. They were completed within a remarkable time frame of only 24 months. The work, which COT was highly commended on and is very proud of. Associate Professor Thotrakun Yommanak, the management consultant of the Thammasat University Sports Athletic Village at Rangsit, presents his impressions of the precast system construction as follows. The Sports Athletic Village at Rangsit of Thammasat University was a large-scale project and was within a limited construction time frame of only 2.5 years. So an invitation for a design competition was issued. Their result was that the design by Consultants of Technology, a Thai company, won the committee's decision, and COT's winning design was chosen as the construction tender. From the initial construction budget, estimated at 2,200 million baht, the contractor quoted 2,000 million baht. The country gained a saving of 200 million baht. And after the completion of the construction, the quality of the buildings was highly impressive. So we think that if a precast construction system can be used in other countries, the goodwill and reputation of Thailand's construction technology could be very well and highly promoted. It has been over a decade now that COT has moved ahead since its first application of the PC system in building construction in Thailand, continually and consistently. Example: the new development of applications of limited prototypes to create a range of diversified buildings for cost efficiency of the construction. The designs to cater for a contingent potential change and extension or expansion of the buildings. The design for the application of a mixture of precast components, for instance, with a cast-in-place construction structures as necessarily required to suit specific needs of each project with different environments. Up until now, consultants of technology can take pride in the accomplishment of more than 140 buildings constructed using precast technology. Consultants of Technology is a genuine leader in the design of construction using precast technology and is always ready to step ahead in catering to satisfy all needs in connection with precast component building systems.